Scorb 18.8. Taxu 19.9. Kali FPV 22 flat. Prod angles 24.3. Scorb 19.1. Taxu 19.6. Prod angles 25.1. Kali FPV 31.9. Scorb 19.3. Taxu 22.4. Prod angles 25.4. Kali FPV 22 flat. Taxu 21.7. Kali FPV 20.4. Prod angles 27.1. Fips dips 20.4. Static 21.4. iWindy 21.3. Fips dips 20.1. Static 20.8. iWindy 21.3. Fips dips 20.6. Static 19.6. I windy 25 flat. Bajli.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone.
Well, hello and welcome. A happy Saturday morning to you. We're coming to you live from the No Quarter Ranch here in Citrus Springs, Florida. It is a beautiful 85 degrees in the sunshine, and it is about to get a whole lot hotter on the track. It is the C-Main Championship of the 2024 MultiGP Champs. We're in the pro class, and we are on day 5 of competition here. Super stoked to bring it to you. We started the season at the beginning of March with 201 global qualifiers happening in 17 different countries around the world. And on those tracks, at all those GQs, 935 pilots put in their best effort to try and qualify for this week's championship here in Citrus Springs, Florida. 935 pilots from 38 different countries. We started the week with our sport class division, our qualifiers 151 and over, and a huge battle Tuesday, Wednesday, then transitioning into our pro class division, 150 pilots, the top 150 in the world, 58 in attendance, and last night we took that number all the way down to 40. Here we are at the C-Main, we're down to the 40 fastest drone racers in the planet, and we're going to commence the party here with our C-Main. Let's talk a little bit about the format. It's a top 16 double elimination. When I say we're down to 40, these are qualifiers 25 through 36, plus the 4 that bumped up last night from the D-Main. Ironically, 2 of those pilots bumped up from yesterday afternoon's E-Main. 2 double bump-up pilots that are in our field. Now, it's our traditional MultiGP top 16 bracket where we run double elimination style. Top 2 moving up in the winner's bracket, bottom 2 into the consolation bracket. You can be 3rd and 4th once, otherwise you're going to be eliminated, and finishing up just inside of the top 40 of the drone racing ranking, the world ranking of pilots in the game. So not the worst to be have that journey end here. However, make it to the end of this morning's C main. The final four will advance into this afternoon's B main, breaking pretty much that top 25 of the game. And it is going to be a lot of racing over the course of today, starting with our C main into our B main this afternoon, and then our championship top 16, where we look to crown our 2024 MultiGP champion, awarding a jersey, awarding a wild card to the Prospect Championship, a $7,000 to the winner, and $15,000 combined to the entire podium. That is still yet to come here this afternoon. It happens here at the No Quarter Ranch for the 4th year. This is our 10th edition of the MultiGP Championship, our 4th edition here at the No Quarter Ranch. But each and every year we run on an outstanding track. It is now time to take you for a little bit of a tour of fly-through, powered by our good buddy Free. Yeah, we're not doing the brackets, guys. I just talked about brackets for 3 minutes. Let's do the fly-through. We're going to start with the Finn Swoopy here in the daytime roll. And so now I'm lost here. We've done this a few times. Let's pick things up here. This is a daytime. We're going to do another lap here in a minute. Now we're midway through the track. We're going to go to our triple tower, TBS triple. It is a split S down, now over this hurdle, now into our bow tie section on the backside. 3/4 of the way through here on our fly through. And then we work our way over here to the cube screw section. This is one lap on the track. That's what it's going to look like this morning. Then when we get to our championship top 16, it's going to look like this, the nighttime track. Picking things up here in that Finn Swoopy section here at the very start. Then up to our high gate on the far side corner, over through our Pilot Institute dive gate. Then it's a double ladder up here. And watch as those sections change colors. We started in the white, now we're in the red. As we work our way over here back to that triple stack tower, we're going to go from red to blue in just a minute. Out of that triple, either splitting S-ing or doing a slalom. Now we go over to this bow tie section into the blue section. And from there, we go over to our cube screw and work our way to our checkered line. There's about it. Then it's a full send out of our speed trap gate to our start finish line. And that is a track we are featuring here at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. Well, here's a guy ready to shine. It's QT. I didn't recognize him for a second. It's QT making it here from Utah. He's grown. Top 25 last year, qualifying 25th this year, and he's with our chief integrator, Sean Ames.
Yeah, incredible to see you this year, QT. I definitely had the second look whenever you walked in to No Quarter Ranch this year, oh, it's a new QT. We always thought that it was your initials. Apparently, QT was just an anagram for TQ because you are TQ going into the C main. What is your take on being in C main, TQ of C main, versus bumping into B main? If you had a choice, are you stoked to be in the C main, or is there just so much pressure to make that B main? How are you feeling right now in the moment?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, C main I think is going to have a lot more close racing for me. B main might be a little more scary, so it'll be nice to kind of get some more competitive racing out of the way in C main, and then kind of be able to just go into B main, and whatever happens, happens. So.
Get the dust knocked off and ready to go, but awesome, incredible. Well, what has been your take of this track this year at No Quarter Ranch?
It's my favorite champs track by far. That's for sure. Mason he designs tracks really similarly to my style, so I enjoy the tight and technical.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you did a great job. QT, we're rooting for you. Good luck, and hopefully we'll see you later on in the B main.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, take it easy. Hey, Joe.
Thank you, James, and thank you to our TQQT. I heard QT was standing by. I read QT was standing by and saw him on the screen. Who's that guy? He's all grown up, and here he is as our top qualifier in our C main. We're going to see him in match number 4. The party's about to start here in our C main. It is match number 1 as we commence with the number 38 seed here this week, Bean Bastink, one of our bump ups from the D main. Then the number 35 seed, Red 5, the number 30 seed, Jose FPV, and your high seed here in match number 1, 27th in qualifying this week. It is Bosley getting set to shine. 4 pilots getting set to fly. They give a thumbs up to Seeker, our flight line director, and we're going green with the first race of our C main. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. There's a go tone. I like it. Keeping that suspense there. A long 5. Being Bastic, your bump up with the hole shot and the early lead right now. Jose FPV right behind him. Then Bosley, red 5. So the bump up. We have 2 double bump ups in our program from the E to the D to the C, and now we have bump ups leading
Jose
the C.
FPV,
Jose,
19.
Bean Bastic, Bosley,
Bean
red
Bastic,
5. Your
20
running
flat.
order here after 1. Your bump up sitting in the number 1 spot, and this one is a pretty wild one. And oh no, your leader now with a little bit of a bobble. That moves Jose FPV up into the lead. He's over in the cube screw section, about to go into lap number 3. 2 down, 1 to go for Jose FPV. Red 5 up into second, 1.3 seconds back from our leader. And Bean Bastic still in the game, but he is 2 seconds back from the transfer position in the number 3 spot. And we lost Bosley on lap number 2. Well, he goes into the consolation bracket. No eliminations yet, as we get set to wave a checkered flag for Jose FPV getting it done. Your second high seed in this one, getting the W and the win. Second going to go to red 5. And third to our bump up from the D main Bean Bastic. And fourth going to go to Bosley. And so judges say results are official. Nothing there to worry about. And so we will take Jose FPV and red 5 going to match number 6. No channel changes. Bean Bastic and Bosley going to match number 5. No channel changes, no channel changes. Don't forget, if you crash on the track, we have Pavelos and Chris M FPV helping us out doing the drone retrievals. That was match number 1. Got a great partner with us back again here at the 2024 championship. Got to thank our friends at iFlight, dedicated to creating enjoyable and immersive flights for everyone by going above and beyond what you think drones can do. They basically have the craft that can put you in the cool places. You know those fly-through videos that you may see through bowling alleys, golf cart, go-kart tracks, real estate photography. You need a ducted drone, and you need that 4K footage. iFlight has the perfect craft for that. Thank you, iFlight. Shop.iflight.com. We also have a new partner here in 2024, not only as a sponsor of Champs, but they've just become the official MultiGP Part 107 training provider. That's Pilot Institute. They bring us that Pilot Institute dive gate here on the track that confused me there in the sunlight. I saw it so much last night in the dark. I was looking for the white. Pilot Institute, our Part 107 training provider. They offer courses on drones and even airplanes from world-class experts. You can pass your Part 107 or private pilot exam and take to the skies. PilotInstitute.com. Achieve your dreams of becoming a pilot with their courses. And they have industry-leading courses, 24,500 5-star reviews, 250,000 plus pilots certified. And I don't know how they can achieve this, but a 99.8% success rate. Hey Siri, what is 0.2% of 250,000? 500. Hate to be one of those 500 people that failed after going to the Pilot Institute. Rather be with the 250,000. Thank you, Pilot Institute, for your support. Congrats on your success. And, of course, that Part 107, a big part of what you do. So many pilots coming from our drone racing tracks, races, and championships going on to big things. I was just looking at Fiddy Cal getting ready for the World Series. Doing the FPV capture for broadcast television. Fiddy Cal has raced at the No Quarter Ranch, the MultiGP champs. And look at your first ever 3-time MultiGP champion, Heads Up FPV, qualified for our 2024 champs, and he too going from the drone race course to those big opportunities. I mean, yes, he's done the World Series and World Series of Fishing and NASCAR, F1, every major sporting event with FPV. Sure. But I still think the concert that he did in Las Vegas, where he was flying off the roof of the hotel. I can't remember who is the artist. I tell you, that was my favorite Heads Up FPV gig that he got out of drone racing. The rap concert in Vegas and the video. Heads Up FPV standing on the roof of a hotel, piloting his craft, but it was at night, of course, and a silhouette. He looked like Batman overseeing the city, but just Heads Up FPV hitting those gaps. Well, we had a drone retrieval. We had a drone replacement, and we're just about 60 seconds away from starting match number 2. I want to say good morning to Zero FPV, Dark Star Tech, Azaro FPV, NOS FPV, Shelbyville. I was talking about Shelbyville not too long ago. Myoptic, IT, or 1T. Melanie Hansen, Chaser FPV, Infernalistic, Bumblebee FPV, and all of those joining us here this morning on the MultiGP YouTube channel. Excited to have you with us. We've just started our C main, down to our top 40 of the fastest drone racers on the planet. This is a preliminary round. Top 2 going to the winner's bracket, bottom 2 to the consolation. We're going green. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Off to the races we go in this one. We have our double bump up from the E to the D to now the C. Ethan FPV along with T-Bell, Fire Serpent, and Pork Chomp FPV. Pork Chomp FPV, the Canadian, leading the charge right now at that bow tie section. Then you got T-Bell, Ethan FPV, and Fire Serpent working their way here on lap number 1. And Ethan gets his way from third up to first right now. Put him in the lead for a second, would you? Now Pork Chop getting up into the 1 spot. T-Bell running second right now. Ethan FPV down to third. Ethan crashing out. Fire Serpent in the number 4 spot, now up into third. But Ethan's back up in the sky, so still another lap to go. Pork Chop now leading after 2. T-Bell running second, 0.4 of a second back in the number 2 spot. Here comes Fire Serpent. He gets on that lead lap, and looks like Ethan FPV about to come out of that cube screw and on to lap number 3 as well as we continue. Chasing the Canuck, who's on the gas right now into that cube screw section. Pork Chop with about a 3-gate lead. He gets it checkered very easily. He was your high seed in that one, and he is moving on up in our winner's bracket. 3 laps in 63, including the whole shot. T-Bell finishing up second, 4.6 seconds back. And so we take him as well into our winner's bracket. Fire Serpent in this one pulling up third, even though he had about 15 seconds in the lead. And Ethan FPV had about 20 seconds in the lead, but a little bit of bad luck. We take Fire Serpent and Ethan FPV down to our consolation bracket, match number 5. Pork Chop FPV and T-Bell going to our winners bracket, match number 6. And results are official, but we do have some channel changes to talk about. T-Bell got a channel change for you going to Race Band 8 when you come back with Pork Chop in match number 6. Ethan FPV, channel change for you, going to go to Race Band 7 when you come back with Fire Serpent in match number 5. That was match number 2 of our preliminary round here this morning done. Up next going to be match number 3 with Scorb, Cali FPV, Taxu, Prode Angles. On deck, match number 4. With QT, FPV, RTQ, Phipps, Dips, Static, Iwandi. Then in the hole, Bean Bastic, Bosley, Fire Serpent, and Ethan FPV. Going through a lot of props this week, of course. Our thanks to HQ Prop, designed to give you maximum control and responsiveness up at speed. Customer satisfaction, their primary goal, and they assure you a well-balanced propeller at a lower cost. HQprop.com. We also want to thank HD0. Feel the HD resolution with near zero latency. HD-0.com. Want to say almost as high as the Pilot Institute success rate, the number of pilots that are flying HD0 here at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. Word coming in, results official on that last one. First and second were clean, and they were double checking third and fourth just for fun, but of course no one eliminated. And so results are official up to this point right now. No changes. Match 3, Pro Dangles, another one of your double bump ups. Taxu, Cali FPV, and Scorb. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Stand by, stand by. Disarm, yeah, stand by. Stand by, pilots. You can just chill. For some reason, we didn't get the audio. I see what happened here. It's the Stream Deck on the last click thing. So I have fixed that problem. So take a breath. Everyone take a breath. One in, one out. Now, pilots, we're about to go green again. We appreciate your patience. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We're off to the races. Scorb with the whole shot. Cali FPV running second. Pro Dangles third. Taxu fourth, but it's not one on lap 1. It's who gets to the checkered first and second at the end of this one to advance in our winner's bracket. Right now, Scorb, your leader. Cali FPV was running second. Then now we're going to slide Pro Dangles up into second. Cali having some issues. Scorb and Pro Dangles onto lap number 2. There's Taxu, 2.2 seconds back from the transfer position. And we just lost Pro Dangles on that one. And so that moves Taxu up into the number 2 spot. And now we put Cali FPV onto that lead lap. 11.9 seconds back from the transfer position. Pro Dangles gets back into this thing as Scorb goes on to lap number 3. 2 down, 1 to go. Taxu onto that lead lap. 5.5 seconds back from our leader, but about a 10-second lead over the rest of the field as Cali FPV and Pro Dangles try and make something happen. Pro Dangles onto lap number 3. Cali FPV after a ringer dinger gets onto that lead lap, and this one's going to be an easy one for Scorb moving on up in our winner's bracket. 3 laps in 60 seconds even. But who's going to be second? It is a race to turtle between 3 pilots right now. Looks like Pro Dangles is closest. He comes out of that cube screw, and Pro Dangles going to limp across the line in second. Cleanup on aisle 6. We need a cleanup in the judges' tent following that mess right there. But they tell me that it's good. Pro Dangles, you're moving on up along with your winner of match number 3, Scorb, to match number 8. No channel changes. Taxu and Cali FPV, we're going to move you to match number 7. No channel changes. No channel changes. I want to thank our friends at Beta FPV, dedicated to creating FPV drones and parts with superior quality by helping more people get into the hobby and enjoy the joy of flying, speed, and exploration. Beta FPV, always a prize sponsor and number 1 in our hearts. Thank you, Beta FPV. And Gem Fan, they were with us here this week. Gem Fan Mike competing with us. Gem Fan offering advanced equipment, professional design, precision manufacturing, perfect quality assurance, and timely after-sales service to all of their customers. Always hot deals on props, gates, and more on their website. Go to gfprops.com and hit the hot sales link. gfprops.com, and much love to our friends at Gem Fan. I believe Cali FPV left her phone in the flight line. Channel 2, the last one, left their phone, we believe, or their spotter. We're at match number 4. Iwandi from Germany. Bump from the D main. Static, 33rd in qualifying this week from Vermont. Fipstips, all the way from Germany, the number 32 seed this week. And our top qualifier, QT FPV from Utah, getting sent to fly here in match number 4. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. It is a great Saturday, a great day for a drone race. Fips Dips, your first one to go down, as your leader is Static with QT FPV right behind him. Then we switch him up. QT just ahead of Static. Iwandi running third. QT, then Static, then Iwandi. It was tight, and then Iwandi going down. QT 1.5 seconds ahead of Static in the lead onto lap number 2. And now Static looks to push ahead, and QT still holding him off. They're separated by just over a second now. A little bobble there for QT. We were down to 2, but Iwandi gets back in. White flag flying. 1 more to go for QT, then 2 seconds back. 1 more to go for Static. They're working on lap number 3. And Iwandi looks to be a lap back. He gets on to lap number 2. We'll see what happens here. QT at the cube screw and at the checkered. QT will get the win, and that's going to bring across Static right behind him, 1.8 seconds back, and they will move on up in the winner's bracket. The win to QT FPV, Static in the number 2 spot, Iwandi in 3rd, and Fips Dips in 4th. We take QT FPV and Static to match number 8. Channel change for QT FPV, moving to race band number 2. Iwandi and Fips Dips going to match number 7. Fips Dips going to race band 1. Race band 1 when you come back with Iwandi and match number 7. That was match number 4 in the books. See, that picture on the left did not look like the guy that we talked to in front of the interview wall, right? Come on, QT fans. It was a lot more facial hair. Yeah, he looked like he grew like 10 years between the photo and, man, he's got that chia. He's got that chia pet aftershave or something. Boom. We're here at the No Quarter Ranch, Citrus Springs, Florida. Great host venue for a championship event. This is our 4th visit to the No Quarter Ranch with the MultiGP Championship. Hosting championship events and elite events 365 days a year. Practice sessions with some of the best and talented drone racing pilots. And of course, a local chapter, FPV Addiction, located here at the No Quarter Ranch, hosting chapter races for pilots in the greater Citrus Springs area. Thanks to Lead Boy, Lead Girl for hosting us. We're stoked to come home here to the No Quarter Ranch. It's elimination time. 3rd and 4th in this next race are going to be somewhere in that 37 to 40 range when it's all said and done. Top 2 staying alive. We're in the redemption bracket. Match number 5. Ethan FPV, the double bump up, trying to go for 3. Fire Serpent, Bosley, and Bean Bastic. Good luck, pilots. Bean Bastic, one of our bump ups as well. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Fire Serpent, first one off the blocks. Ethan FPV with the whole shots, and Fire Serpent was in the lead, but it's now Ethan FPV, then Bean Bastic, Fire Serpent, 1, 2, 3, and issues for Fire Serpent. He is now back in the pack trying to turtle mode. Issues for Bean Bastic, who is running 2nd. So lots of breathing room for Ethan FPV, who's now working on lap number 2. Has a big lead over the rest of the field, just trying to stay alive. There's Bean Bastic, 7.9 seconds away from our leader, and he has company, though. Fire Serpent, 4.5 seconds back, running 3rd, trying to be 2nd or better to stay alive in the competition. Looks like Bosley's getting back into this one. He's turtle moding as well, as Ethan FPV now working on his 3rd and final lap. Bean Bastic and Fire Serpent in a battle for the 2 spot. And onto the 3rd and final lap they go, separated by a 10th right there. Bean Bastic getting a little loosey-goosey, putting Fire Serpent solid in the number 2 spot. Big gap for him. That bell was rung by Ethan FPV, who's going to stay in the competition. As we stitch it up in that bow tie section with Fire Serpent. And it looks like Bean Bastic taking a knee right there. brings it in. He says, nope, there's no way I'm going to be able to catch the Fire Serpent on that one. So Ethan FPV and Fire Serpent staying alive, moving to match number 9. No channel changes, no channel changes. And Journey coming to an end for Bean Bastic and Bosley, finishing in that 37 to 40 range in Pro. About where they qualified as well. And so following Ethan FPV again, your double bump up. E main, D main, now in the C main, is going for his triple bump opportunity. He is now alive in match number 9. Match number 6 coming up with Jose FPV, Red 5, Pork Chop FPV, and T Bell. That was match number 5. We have another new partner with us here at the 2024 Champs. I want to thank Highboy, e-scooters, e-bikes, kids bikes, and much, much more. They acknowledge the simple pleasures of outdoor activities, the wind in your hair, the enticing scent of freshly baked cinnamon buns waiting from a nearby bakery, the vibrant hum of city streets. And with the right tools, we believe your journey to work can be as gratifying as a leisurely stroll on your Highboy e-bike, e-scooter. Got some great deals. That scooter, I think right now is on sale for like $339. We've been using those Highboy e-scooters and bikes here for drone retrievals and doing some demos. The No Quarter Ranch as well. Our thanks to Highboy for their support. The 2024 MultiGP Championship. Our thanks to Rush FPV, rocketing on the scenes in 2019. Known for their VTX systems, also their VRX systems. They built big ground stations for some major events. Thank you to Rush FPV. Visit them on the World Wide Web, rushfpv.net. rushfpv.net. Also want to welcome back our friends at Foxier. Trusted by thousands of FPV pilots with their high-quality parts and support that replies within 24 hours and 100% money-back guarantee. Thank you, Foxier. And finally, as we're about to go green, thank you to our friends at Hobby Wing. You can save 20% on your flight controllers, your ESCs, and your stacks at hobbywingdirect.com. Use the discount code MGPHW40. And thank you for the continued support since 2017. Thank you to Hobby Wing. This is a winner's bracket race. Top 2 going to the semifinal of the winner's bracket. Bottom 2 still with a chance. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We're going live on the tone in less than 5. Fantastic start. First one off the blocks was Pork Chop, and he gets the whole shot. Pork Chop out front, then Jose FPV, and T Bell running in the number 3 spot. Looks like Red 5 with some issues. Now, this is a winner's bracket race, and it looks like T-Bell with issues. We may be down to just 2 unless Red 5 gets back in the air. That could be good news for Pork Chop, who is leading. He just crashed. That moves Jose up in the lead. Pork Chop now back in the game, and he's 1 second back in second, but that's all right. Top 2 going to the semifinal of the winner's bracket. Bottom 2 getting done. Red 5 is now pretty side down. Going to try and take off. He does. Red 5 is back up in the air, but he's still working on lap 1 as we're side by side. Pork Chop and Jose FPV on lap number 2, and Pork Chop just crashed in the cube screw. So Red 5 could pull up second on this one as Pork Chop crashed on lap number 2 at the cube screw, and Red 5 about to get onto lap number 2. Pork Chop still turtling. He has an entire lap to turtle before Red 5 is there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Jose gets the win. And now, does Pork Chop get up before Red 5? This is for the transfer position. Red 5 goes over Pork Chop. Both of them going towards the finish gate. And Red 5 perseveres. That is the biggest demonstration of persistence and patience. Red 5 getting the transfer spot to the semifinal of the winner's bracket. That's going to give third to Pork Chop FPV and T-Bell in fourth. Now, here's what I'm hearing. I think something is under review. Yes, something is under review on that one. So results are unofficial, and I believe they are reviewing Red 5. They are reviewing Red 5. So while we have a review, we're going to come back to you with the results of that review. And also match number 7 with Taxu, Cali FPV, Iwandi, and Fips Tips. Right after a few words from our great friends at MultiGP. We have an update. Results are official on that last one. Congratulations, Jose FPV and Red 5 moving to match 11. No channel changes. This is match number 7. Taxu, Cali FPV, Iwandi, and Fips Dips. Top 2 stay alive. Bottom 2 finish in that 37 to 40 range. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quadcopters. We're going live on the tone in less than 5. Another fantastic start. C-Main of Pro here at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. And Taxu with the whole shot and dropping to the number 2 spot. Iwandi, our leader. Taxu now our leader. Trading places back and forth, 1 and 2. Fips, Dips, and Cali working it together there in the number 3 spot. Now we're going to switch them all up. It's Cali, Fips, Dips, Taxu, and Iwandi. Our entire field here separated by 2 seconds. And now we're chasing Cali FPV for a good part of this one. A little bit of a bobble there for her, dropping back into second, I believe. We're moving Fips, Dips up into the number 1 spot, right? And then Cali running second as we put them onto the final lap. Now Cali back ahead of Fips, Dips. Taxu running third. Iwandi running fourth. And so now less than 2.5 seconds separating all 4. Continuing to chase Cali FPV. Fips, Dips right with her, as is Iwandi. Taxu a little bit gapped on this one. Into the cube screw we go. Cali FPV going full send at the checkered. And Cali FPV with the win. Fips Dips pulling up second behind her to stay alive. Third going to go to Taxu, missing the transfer position by 5.6 seconds. And fourth going to go to Iwandi in that one. Congratulations, Cali FPV and Fips Dips. Moving on up, moving a little further to match number 10. And no channel changes, no channel changes. And I believe results are official on that one. I think our results are official. We'll see Cali FPV and Fips Dips in a break of a few up in match number 10. That was match number 7. So we're starting to see that ranking now. Of course, as we run the redemption bracket or consolation bracket 5 and 7, we take thirds in 5 and 7. That's 37th, 38th, and fourth in 5 and 7 are 39th and 40th. So Iwandi qualifying 45th this week, and in brackets finishing 5 spots higher in the number 40 spot. Bosley finishing 39th overall, Bean Bastic right where he qualified, 38th, and in eliminations 38th overall in our field of pro pilots. And Taxu about where he qualified too, 36th in qualifying this week, and 37th overall, as we now await our pilots getting set to fly here momentarily in match number 8, right after a few words from our friends at GemFan. Yeah, buddy. Match number 8. We're in that winner's bracket. Top 2 in this one. Going to the semifinal of the winner's bracket. Just 1 race away from our B main. Good luck, pilots. Let's power them up and go to the skies. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Yeah, buddy. My optic, want to come back to your comment here in just a few. We are green. This is our C main. We're at match number 8, down to the top 36 pilots on the planet. And we are chasing Scorb here on lap number 1. Scorb, your leader, onto lap number 2. QT, your TQ, running second by 1.3 seconds. Then you're going to slide in. Static and Pro Dangles, running order on this one. They shuffle up a little bit. As still chasing Scorb, though. QT pretty close to him. Pro Dangles making some moves there at the back of the field. And Static on top of him. 1 more to go. Scorb, QT, Static, Pro Dangles. 3.9 seconds separating all 4 pilots. It's a winner's bracket race. And we just lost second. That is a QT FPV. So that moves everyone up a position. Static now into second. Pro Dangles looking for third. We just lost our leader, Scorb. So now it's Static and Pro Dangles about to come across 1 and 2. There's the win for Static, and we just lost Pro Dangles before the start-finish gate. So now Scorb gets up, and Scorb gets across the line. You gotta continue on with that. Scorb seemed to be taking a knee, but when he heard the Pro Dangles was coming, he's like, oh, I have to finish the race? Well, he does, and Pro Dangles now finishing things up here in that cube screw, and across the line he will go too. And so I'm awaiting word from our officials on that one. Do they need to play it back? Right now I have Static in first, Scorb in second, Pro Dangles in third, QT in fourth. I haven't heard if results are official or unofficial. And results are unofficial on that one. Results are unofficial on that one. And so we will come back with the results of the tail of the tape after we go over to the sidelines. And Claire is with our friends at Blue Eddy. Let's have a little visit with Marcus. Well, we got to power up the Blue Eddy that's running our camera. Hold on, guys. Just hold down that button for 1 second. There you go. AC on. Juice going to the camera. And our interview is also powered by Blue Eddy. There's Marcus and Claire.
Thanks, Joe. So I'm here with our friend Marcus. Marcus, you've been here on site with us all week with your amazing Blue Eddy gear, your power stations, big smiles. I just want to ask you, since you've seen the excitement of drone racing now, what is the benefit and how can our pilots utilize Blue Eddy gear?
Well, first off, thank you for having me. I love the event. The event is awesome. I didn't even know it existed, but I'm going to be here all the time now. Blue Eddy, basically, anytime you need power. So all the same ways that you're using the The power tint that you have over there, you can use Blue Eddy for the same thing. The major difference is that our products are portable. So anytime you're on the move, you can use our product. So just plug up and use it the same way. So.
Great, that's awesome. So pilots, you can utilize portable Blue Eddy power stations for your lipos, for your Apple Watches, for your cell phones, anytime you're out and about. BlueEddyPowered.com. Marcus, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here. Back to you, Joe.
Well, thank you, Claire, Marcus. Thank you to Blue Eddy. They've been a big part of the success of Champs. We're super stoked to have them with us, powering pretty much every component of Champs. We had an issue with the coffee maker with the AM vents there, and they were pulling 1,000 watts just on the coffee maker. And so Blue Eddy jumping on a grenade right there, powering our food stand. You can see it on the screen. Also, our charging tent area as well. We can power, we were charging like 20 lipos simultaneously off that one unit. Also, our Zippy Q powered by Blue Eddy as well. And then my spot, my flight station powered by Blue Eddy off to the right-hand side. And I had over 5,000 watts available, 3,000 watt hours. That's right behind my chair. And then right beside me, Marcus hooked us up yesterday, a Blue Eddy cooler for cold drinks and cold ice as well. And yeah, we went through a lot of watt hours. Thank you to Blue Eddy. So excited to have them with us. We're big fans of theirs. And speaking about fans, I know the fans are ready to go to the skies. Update coming in real quick, though. Results are official up to this point. Static and Scorb, winners bracket bound. We're at match number 9. Bottom 2 eliminated, top 2 advancing. Static, I got a channel change for you. Race band 8. QTFPV, channel change for you. Going to race band 7 where you guys come back a little bit later on. MultiGP.live/Pro10. No more lipo being burnt. We're going green. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Well, 3rd and 4th in this one, going to finish it up in that 33 to 36 range at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. And Pork Chop looked like he was second through the whole shot gate, but he's our first one to crash. Not sure if he's going to be able to recover from that. And that moved the rest of the field up. Ethan FPV and Fire Serpent right now battling 1 and 2 as we try and catch up with T-Bell, who is a fair bit back. Ethan FPV and Fire Serpent separated by 0.7 of a second. This will be a good one to watch right here as they keep that pressure on. But they know the format. They need to be first or second to move on up to match number 12 of the consolation bracket and just stay first or second. There's T-Bell onto that lead lap, 16 seconds back. White flag flying though for Ethan FPV. He goes on to lap number 3. Fire Serpent now 4 seconds back in second, but a 14-second lead over T-Bell for that transfer position. So not the worst there. Ethan FPV is over at the cube screw and checkered line bound he goes. Ethan FPV with another win. So your double bump up is almost in position to vie for that 3rd bump up. We'll see how that happens. Ethan FPV with the win, 3 laps in 62.5. Fire Serpent pulling up second, 4.4 seconds back behind Ethan FPV. And 33 through 36 for T-Bell. We'll see how it all winds up here. I think it's going to be 33rd or 34th now. He finished 3rd in this main. And so it depends on what happens in the on-deck heat, whether it's 33rd or 34th here in 2024 for T-Bell, which is right where he qualified. So not the worst at all. Qualified 34th this week. And again, is going to be 33rd or 34th, pending the outcome of match number 10. And then Pork Chop pulling up 4th. He qualified 26th this week. And he is going to finish up here at the end, somewhere in that 35 to 36 range, pending on the results of the on-deck heat. Judges tell me the results are official, so we take Ethan FPV and Fire Serpent up to match number 12. No channel changes. No channel changes. That was match number 9. Coming up, match 10 with Cali FPV, Fips Tips, Pro Dangles, and QT FPV right after this.
Flying FPV drones is awesome. Fixing them, not so much. The second you have a problem, you're forced to go to the internet to search through hours upon hours of YouTube videos with no guarantee that you're even going to solve the problem. Before you know it, you've spent more time fixing your FPV drone than you spent actually flying your FPV drone. We've created FPV Pit Stop. This is a problem-solve guaranteed service connecting you with an FPV drone professional who will make sure you get your FPV drone back in the air. If you don't have the time, the skills, or the resources to repair the drone by yourself, you can send your drone in to our repair service and we will fly it, test it, and tune it, and send it back to you every single month. So many people have had to give up their dream of flying FPV because they haven't been able to get their drone in the air, and it's time for that to stop. If you're interested in learning more about FPV Pit Stop, there's information in the link below. We are so excited to launch this service, we are so excited to help people, and we are so excited for you to start flying more FPV.